Hello there. Not used to doing this. My name is Joseph. I've been running the Joseph Plays Piano YouTube channel for the past number of years. And, well, I would like to bring it back, in short. It was a channel that I started during COVID, basically. When I was stuck at home during COVID due to various situations. And I had a lot of spare time to do something, so I decided to do something creative. Just wanted to work on my piano and my performance. I got to work on my sound recording, work on my video editing, and work on graphic design and everything. It was just something to keep me occupied. It was never supposed to go anywhere, and it never did go anywhere, so it's just as well. However, I have always enjoyed interacting with the community, the small community that we have. Just saying hello, seeing people from all around the world taking an interest in my videos always brought me a lot of satisfaction. And well, thank you very much if you've watched any of my videos so far. It's been a pleasure to make them, and I hope to start up again soon. Hope to. Fingers crossed. I should give a bit of a life update, really. Since I have been working on the channel, the main reason that I stopped was because I went back to work at the job that I'd been doing previously. I've been working on cruise ships as an entertainer for a while, and then COVID hit and we had the break, and then I went back onto cruise ships again. Obviously it's not so viable to run a music YouTube channel from a cruise ship, so I had a bit of a hiatus. And then I ended up getting a job in Universal Studios in Beijing. So I've been in China for the past couple of years, which is where I did the last video that I made, the Turn the Lights Back On video. It was from my room in China, which I thought would be a nice way just to kind of immortalize that room in my memory as much as anything. Now, where do we find ourselves today? Today we find ourselves back to Osaka, where I used to live for many years, and have only very recently moved back in. 2 weeks ago, moved back in on a student visa, looking for work, and in the meantime, while I'm here, it seems a good time to put a bit more effort into the YouTube channel as well. I would like to give you a brief room tour, if that's okay. So I'm gonna cut this and we're gonna have a little walk around and show you the place. So it took a good couple of weeks to get housing sorted, but we've got the housing sorted. The problem is we don't have a fan just yet. Sorry, we have a fan. We've got a fan, that's all we've got. Don't have an air conditioner, so I'm currently dying in the Osaka summer heat. Anyway, let me show you the room. Here we are in the little entryway, the genkan. We'll step up. And here we are. It's really quite big, all things considered. You know, maybe not big by Western standards, or certainly not by Australian standards or American standards anyway, but in Japan, especially where I am, right in the center of Osaka, this is kind of huge. I can run all the way across here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 big paces. Look at that. Some people live in a shoebox in this city. So the thing with the Japanese apartment, when you get it, it has absolutely nothing in. If you've ever moved into a new place in Japan, you'll realize that you've got no fridge, you've got no washing machine, you've got no cooker. All you have is a sink and a bathtub and a toilet, basically. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you'll have an air conditioner. I wasn't lucky, / wasn't willing to pay quite as much, so I didn't have an air conditioner. I tried for about 30 minutes to live without an air conditioner before very abruptly realizing that that was not going to be a workable idea. It's currently about 34 degrees outside, and God knows what percent humidity. We've had no rainy season this year, so it's gone straight to just heat. Speaking of which, let me show you outside. I'm in a lovely part of Osaka here, right in the center. If you know anything about the city, as a tourist, a lot of people will go to Dotonbori. And Dotonbori you'll see just over those buildings, over the roofs there. In fact, you can see the little yellow thing right in the center of your screen. That is Don Quixote, the Ferris wheel on Don Quixote on Dotonbori. Just to give you an idea, if you've been to Osaka, of where we are. This is Amerikamura. It's a town called American Village. So called because of the vintage American style fashion that started to take off here in the 70s and 80s, I want to say, maybe 80s, 90s. Now it's just a bohemian town full of bars and restaurants, and apparently places to live. Fairly cheap as well, all things considered. I'd expect somewhere of this size in this area to cost a lot more than I'm paying. Got lucky. Anyway, what I'm looking to do, sorry, I just kicked my shoe indoors. What I'm looking to do is to set up a studio kind of space in here, maybe a keyboard on the back wall. Maybe I can put a sound space in the cupboard that we've got here. This is my little Japanese room. It's probably most likely where I would record any sound because it's furthest from the road, and because it's got the tatami mats, which are a little more absorbent for sound than most of the other materials we've got in here. Here's my futon. It's the bed that I've bought. It's well, you know, got to sleep somewhere. Anyway, yeah, that's a brief room tour. So what I'm looking to do with this channel, I would very much like to get back to doing music. I don't know how viable that's going to be. Hopefully I'll be able to do it in this space, although it might depend on a few things. Be excellent if I can. But I'd also like to explore other things as well. I mean, now that I'm back in Japan, hopefully with a little bit of spare time on my hands for the time being, at least while I'm looking for jobs, just show a little bit of the city. You know, I've been here for a long time, lived here for about 10 years in total. I've been away for a while and I've just come back now. And I feel like just the odd little guide, the odd little interesting thing would go down well. I also like cooking an awful lot, not Japanese food so much, but just, well, I love Japanese food, but the problem is when you're surrounded by this many cheap restaurants, you end up never buying Japanese, never making Japanese food, I should say, because it's so easy to get a hold of. But I'm a big fan of cooking in general, so I'd very much like to get some cooking content up as well. I mean, I've got a nice space to do that, or nice light, I've got a good burner. I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you think? Is that something you'd be interested in seeing? Should I put it on the second channel? Should I put it on this one? I don't know. At this stage, I just wanted to say hello, show my face, and say hi to camera, because for some reason, I've never done that before. Anyway, I hope to be back with you soon with a little bit more content of some variety or another. And yeah, thanks for watching.